In the recent days, it's clear that Halo's steady decline has turned from a downward slope to a complete vertical drop. To all Halo fans like myself, it came as quite a shock when 343 had to let go of a large number of employees for Microsoft. With the current economy, not just in America but around the world, it was clear that the layoffs had to be made in order for Microsoft to meet its yearly profit margin. This, in turn, included firing 10,000 employees from the multiple companies under Microsoft's reign, of which an estimated 100 or so 343 employees, a majority of which were contractors, were laid off. Now, I'm a little late to this whole thing, so I'm hoping that everyone knows most of the details by now, but what I wanted to address the most was actually the statement by 343's studio head, Pierre Hintz. I really hope I'm pronouncing that right. He released a statement on Halo's social media pages saying this: "Halo and Master Chief are here to stay. 343 will continue to develop Halo now and in the future, including epic stories, multiplayer, and more of what makes Halo great." Now, I want to set something straight with everyone here, and hopefully the guys at Microsoft and 343. This is not enough. I have been around with Halo since its dawn back in 2001, and I've watched the franchise grow in the Bungie days to a giant, to then stumble from its graces starting with 343's introduction and Halo 4. And I just want to clear up as well, I don't hate 343 or anything, I actually enjoy most of what they've done, but gaming in the 2020s have evolved a long way and times have changed. For Halo to grow itself back into full relevance, it needs more than 343. Battle royales, extraction shooters, sandboxes, games like DayZ, all of these have been the next fad in gaming, and almost every franchise has tried to stick with the trends of each year, making their own versions and mostly growing past Halo. And unfortunately, Halo is left in the dust thanks to the slow development and no true leadership to guide Halo into something better. Now, I'm not saying make a Halo Battle Royale or make a Halo extraction shooter, but just because Halo has Forge doesn't make it unique, because other games have that too. Back when creative modes were all the rage, Halo was one of the first. When zombies started getting popular in Call of Duty, what did Halo do to try and compete? Bungie added Firefight. Bungie were developers, and they were constantly battling to get on top. 343 Industries, now a smaller company, followed the wrong trends and they're still trying to. For example, Halo 4, they added loadouts. Halo 5, advanced movement, just like COD did back then. And yes, Reach had loadouts, but 4's were far more COD-like, with additions of kill streaks. And because they were so nervous and listened so hard to the fans, they started fumbling everything. After Halo 4, everyone wasn't happy about their multiplayer more than their campaign, as well as Spartan Ops. So with Halo 5 they said, okay, we'll focus more on multiplayer and we'll bring back Firefight, only this time, because the shareholders and whoever else had discovered what microtransactions are, we're going to add them into the game, and instead of Firefight we're going to call it Warzone. Halo 5 had good multiplayer and an even better Forge, but terrible campaign, a customization system flooded with microtransactions, and a new mode that could barely be called a brand new Firefight. 343 Industries have struggled to being pushed to chase the money with microtransactions, to listening too hard to the fans and following either dying or just bad trends in video games at the time. But Halo 5 still wasn't too bad. It wasn't great, it just wasn't bad. And then came Halo Infinite, and I swear to God, I thought they nailed it. Finally something different and interesting. Equipment is back, advanced movement technically gone, an open world, something no other FPS on the same level as Halo had done before. The campaign was interesting, and the art style was perfect for both new and old fans alike. But then came the multiplayer, and with the problems forming from the brand new Slipspace engine, things were not looking good. So now we're here, and I just have to say 343 isn't enough anymore. But I have an idea, and it's gonna divide the room. It's a little controversial. We get an extra developer on board, one that can take on multiplayer side of things and one that can take in the campaign side of things, because it's evident enough by now that 343 just can't keep going like this. So hear me out. Halo's lore is beyond vast, it's huge. So many stories in so many different places at such different points in time. We could have a flood horror game developed by the campaign developer, a spin-off. We could have a multiplayer like we have right now with Infinite, just largely improved. Same with Forge and Firefight, because it's all focused by one company, whilst the other does the campaign. We could have another prequel set in the year, I don't know, 2550, following a duo of Spartan 3 headhunters, with an open map allowing to chase contracts to different planets and locations. We could have a 343 to tanker mode, supposedly the leaked Battle Royale, which I'm hoping isn't because Battle Royales are getting a little old now, so maybe it could turn into an extraction shooter. An extra developer would increase Halo in both time and quality, as well as essentially doubling Microsoft's profits. All they would have to do is take the leap and do it. The thing is, Halo really is a big franchise. The same way Mario is to Nintendo, it's not going anywhere. But if it wants to stand above the crowd of the other FPSs, it needs a new format. So 343 or Microsoft, if you ever see this video, which of course is unlikely, I think I speak for every Halo fan when I say this. Don't get rid of 343. Get another developer and add some fresh minds on the team. Double the development time on Halo games and in turn the quality and quantity of Halo games. I'm begging you, the possibilities in the Halo universe is endless. It just needs to be executed correctly. You know, I've never really been a channel to discuss the Halo news or whatever's going on at the time. I've always liked to do my own stuff, but I just had to get my ideas out there and say something, because I can't just sit by idly while my favourite franchise just slowly disappears off the map. We can't let Halo lose relevancy. Anyway, thank you for listening to my rant. If you have any better ideas or want to discuss anything, then just leave a comment in the video and I'll try and get back to you. Peace.